Hey guys, Tim here with The Juice, and first of all, thanks again for all the comments we've been getting. It's been a busy couple days for us here at The Juice, responding to everyone's comments about our 5-kick domination sequence. I feel like we're starting to get some real traction with people's understanding of how not just doing more is better, but doing specifically designed programs and protocols to help unlock your full potential with kicking is going to be what really helps set you free, and like I've been saying, help get you on those gains. Today I want to talk about a couple different athletes of how this works, because one of the biggest questions we have is, yes, that's great, it makes sense theoretically, but will it work for me or will it work for you? Yeah, it worked for me, but I want to make sure it works for you. So there's two different athletes, totally different spectrum. One is a teenage woman, now she's in her early 20s, I believe, or maybe she's still a teenager, Salma from Texas, who made her first U.S. national team last year. She came to me, and her coach, Jesse, came to me, and she was a good athlete. She tried hard, wasn't kicking hard enough. And she would try and kick harder. That's what happens then. Then you get fatigued, and then you burn out, right? So she had specific things she was good at, very flexible. Jesse done a really great job with her on some other areas. We worked on some correctives and some core stability areas so she could transfer force better. And then also worked on some specific strengthening and coordination protocols to help her not only hit harder, but to keep that up through the whole match. And what happened was, when she was in her final fight to make the national team in Colorado at 6,000 feet altitude, right, one person could push a little harder, and one person maybe again got a little more burnt out, right? So there's a whole bunch of factors to that, but from what I saw, keeping her able to push hard and not trigger shy, like I can't kick too hard right now, that's gonna fatigue me, helped push her over the hill and made her first national team, and we're all super proud of her, of course. Still, it's over a year, and we're still proud of how good she has done and how hard she tries. The second one, other end of the spectrum, this woman's actually my mom, and she's one of the first athletes we started working with. She is, if you know my mom, Noreen Thackeray, is a 3-time world Poomsae champion, and she was not the athlete in the family. Most people think that, but if you know, it was always, hey, my dad was the athlete, my mom was my mom, and she got into competing into her mid to late 50s. And made the national team, never medaled at Worlds, finally got a medal. Couldn't really break that barrier past there, which for some people it's really good, but we knew she had more in her. And so before the World Championships in 2012, she was feeling a little sick, hadn't been training too great, a little, when you're sick, training gets a little up and down. And I wrote out on a napkin a couple sequences for her to do. And what were they? I'll let you guess, but it was a mobility piece, some corrective pieces. She's in her 60s, so to make sure her body functions properly. Some easy core work, right? How to strengthen her legs, and then how to make sure she can get through the whole technical competition without burning out. And at that level, here's what happened in the very end. It was her and Korea were the top two. And in the Poomsae, there was a jump turning kick at the end, which is hard enough for most people, but if you're over 60-year-old woman, that's even harder, right? Not undoable, because my mom did it, and the woman from Korea didn't. That's a half point or a full point penalty, and my mom won by less than that deduction. So the point is that that other competitor could have done this, my mom wouldn't have won Worlds, other person would, but we focused on this. We didn't just go, jump and kick more, jump and kick more. We identified the limiting factors, trained those for just a few weeks, and it was enough to get her over the hurdle. That was her first world title. Well, that's what happens now. Now you have confidence. Now you have energy. Now you have belief in yourself. So these areas really do help more than just, yes, I'm kicking better. The issue that this helps us do with athletes around the world and their coaches is that it helps unlock their potential, and then it goes into self-belief. And when we have that, then you can accomplish anything. That's what we see. But if you are having hip impingement issues, if you do have an old injury, what happens? I can't do this. And that's a limiting belief also. So you can either have a powerful positive belief, or you can have beliefs that help you win the game. That's what we want ultimately for this tool for you guys, is to understand, wow, maybe I really can do this. Maybe I have been getting held back, not from kicking too much, not from these other things, but specific limiters. And some of the questions we're getting and the survey we sent out and the comments there are these 3 ones, and you'll see how they kind of fall into line with what Salma experienced, with what my mom experienced, and what other athletes around the world experienced. First one, can I kick faster and stronger? Will this help me? Yes. So just trying to kick harder, eventually that doesn't work, right? When you're a white belt, yeah, that'll help you kick harder just from doing it more. You get to a point where you can do the drill. So if we don't help make your legs stronger, then it won't work, right? But if we just focus on getting your legs stronger, we miss some parts before, right? Where we focus on strengthening when really it was not just your leg strength, but it was you had an ankle mobility problem, or you had an old knee injury we had to work on first to help express your strength. All right, the second part of that, and these questions that leads after, can I get stronger and faster, is then fatigue. I burn out at the end. Well, yeah, when you try and kick harder, it's more energy, right? That makes sense. Do that all match. Look, go kick a heavy bag for 5 minutes as hard as you can. You're gonna be gassed. So we wanna make sure, one, that all your techniques are as efficient as possible. That's gonna limit fatigue a lot. Two, you're not using the wrong muscle and motor groups to do this, because that's inefficient. That takes more energy. So inefficiency takes more oxygen during the match. So if you're breathing hard at the end, it may be because some of these areas are holding you back. And the final area is after fatigue, then it's overuse. When you get tired, and you're trying to kick hard, now what happens? You get sloppy, right? When we get sloppy, either you injure yourself, which I hope that's all it is. Other thing is your opponent's gonna injure you. And that's in a kick to the head, that's in maybe falling down in the ring or something really bad, where now you have an injury keeping you out 6 months, a year, 2 years. That's no bueno at all. So those are some of the areas that we're gonna identify at the site. There's actually a button either down here or up there, depending on where you're watching this, right? I want to take you to our page where we have everything for you. All the 5 kick sequences is there. So everything from axe kick, front leg round kick, core correctives, mobility, mobility sequences, strengthening sequences. All this is there on the site. You get me and Dr. Han walking you through every video. There's 25 videos of actual instruction that we're taking you through step by step how to use them. It's not just like, hey, do this kick. We're breaking it down for you, and it's like we're your coach. I'm coaching you through how to do this and how to use these protocols, so is Dr. Han. We also have overview videos, so if you want to look at this and go, here's what we think of how the axe kick works, here's the sequence, we're going to help you understand the way we see it, and then actually some protocols of how to actually get stronger or correct this, so it's not just, here's the video, go do it, but you need to do 3 sets of 8 of this, 5 sets of 5 of this. How does that work for you to actually put this into action? It's all there. So again, follow the button down here or up there, take it to the site, you'll get the downloads. You get to have us being your coach, taking you through the same process that we've helped make Olympians with, world champions, national team members, junior national team members, all the whole kit and caboodle that we put ourselves through, put our own clients through, our own athletes through, is right there. So go check out that page. You're not going to be disappointed. And I have a lot more to say to you over there. This is just the tip of the iceberg. You think I'm talking a lot now, go follow the button and you're going to get the real good stuff. All right, guys? Talk to you soon.